Hi, my name is Kirsten. I will be demonstrating how to create an APA-style template using Microsoft Word. As a college student, we do a lot of writing, and according to Ludovice's 2010 blog, the average first-year student does 92 pages of work, whereas the average senior does 146 pages of writing in their academic school year. With all of this work, we can benefit from having a template that covers the basics for us. Having a template that covers our formatting and structure for us allows us to focus more on the content of what we are writing about. I will be helping us to create a template that covers the structure of our writing, including font, spacing, and margins, as well as creating a title page and reference page. In order to help you with your future writing, we will be creating an APA-style template that covers the basics, a title page, and reference. First, we need to come up here and make sure that our font is at Times New Roman and in 12 point. Next, we need to select our spacing. Halfway down on the paragraph page, we're going to select double spacing, and we're going to make sure that this box, not to add space between the paragraphs, is selected. Next, we will be altering our margins. By selecting the page layout on the left-hand side, we will select our margins. APA has recommended a 1-inch margin on all sides. Once we have the basics covered, we will be creating a header. To do this, we double-click at the top of the page, which will open the Design tab. We need to select a different first page. APA requires that the first page has a running header. It says Running Head, followed by the title of the work in all caps and less than 50 characters. Next, we enter our page number. To do that, tab over to the right-hand side of the header and insert a quick part. We're going to select Field. Under the category, we're going to select Numbering. Under the field, we're going to select Page. And formatting, we're going to choose just the general numerical 1, 2, 3. After this, select OK. We can close the header by using the red X or double-clicking on the body of the page. Next, we need to go and make sure that the second page is different. Once we're to page 2 of 2, double-click the header. Make sure it's the title of the work in less than 50 characters. Tabbing over, we're also going to include the field, numbering, page number, format, and select OK. Once we have this basic structure covered, we're going to do our title page. The title page is basically the first impression of the paper. The title introduces our subject. We introduce ourselves and our affiliation. This is the title of the work. It doesn't need to be in less than 50 characters. It actually needs to be in completion. Now we need to make sure that this is justified both in the center horizontally and vertically. To do this, we go up here and select Page Layout, Page Setup, and then the Layout tab. Down here, halfway down, there is the vertical alignment. We are going to change that from the top to the center, and we are going to apply this to the selected text. Once we do that, we have completed our title page. Next, we will move on to the referencing. References are extremely important in our work. Here we will see, though, that I have had a technical difficulty, and my second header is the same as the first page. Let's just go up and select a different first page. Then again, remove ourselves from the header. Scroll up just to make sure that that didn't alter the first. No, it did not. Because our first page needs to include a running head, followed by the title of the work and the page number, but our additional pages do not. They just need to have the header with the title of the work and the page number. Now, back to our reference pages. References are incredibly important to us. In order for us to acknowledge the author and in that way avoid plagiarism, as well as giving ourselves more credibility and our work more integrity, we need to have an accurate reference page. So here, we're going to select a center justification and write the word references. The next line needs to be justified to the left, but it needs to have a hanging indent. So we're going to go down here and go to paragraph. We're going to come down here to indentations and select a hanging indent of 0.5 inches. Select OK. I chose to use the concise rules of APA style for the book that I'm going to reference. This was written by the American Psychological Association. Oops. We're going to follow the name of the author by a period. And in parentheses, we'll put the date of the work. This is the date of publishing or the last modification. Following the date, we are going to write the title in italics. Looks like I have too many spaces here. Let's go back and modify that. The title of references generally only has a capitalization on the first letter, followed by all lower cases, but certain proper nouns are capitalized, including the APA. This is the 6th edition of this work, so we need to include this, but the edition is not italicized. We're going to follow that by a period. Next, we are going to have the location and publisher. The location of this is Washington, D.C., and this was also published by the American Psychological Association. Once here, if we have any additional references, you go to the next line. The American Psychological Association is the author, the date, title, edition, location, and publisher complete our references. Now we need to make sure to review our file because accidents happen, and we need to save it for future use. So we're going to make sure, as I pointed out, that there was some problems with the header before, but we've modified that. And we're going to go up here. We're going to make sure that the title page is centered. And we're going to make sure that this header is appropriate as well. Everything else is as it should be, so we're going to go to File, Save As. We're going to save it to our computer. I'm going to save it to my college file. You can save it to whichever folder you feel is appropriate. This I am going to title APA Style Template. We're not going to save it as a Word document though. We're going to save it as a Word template. Once here, hit the Save button. Now you have your very own APA style template. I hope that this aids you in your future writing endeavors, and that by creating an APA style template that covers our basic structure, including font, spacing, margins, title page, and referencing, including examples, that you will be able to focus more on the content of your writing instead of the structure. By having an already crafted template in APA style that covers the basics, the title, and the referencing, I hope that you will be able to be more prepared for your future writing career as a student. Thank you, and have a great day.